Imagine waking up in the morning with a renewed sense of energy, a body that feels lighter yet stronger, and a mind that carries the quiet confidence of a man who knows he is in control of his health. For many senior men over 60, this feeling has become rare, replaced by fatigue, lower desire, and the quiet frustration of not performing the way they once did. As a urologist, I can tell you that one of the most underestimated secrets to restoring vitality and improving libido lies in something as simple, natural, and delicious as the fish you choose to eat. Today, I want you to stay with me, and before we go deeper, tell me in the comments where you are watching from, your city, your country, because I want to know where these words are reaching and where this journey for better health is beginning for you. The ocean has always been a source of life, mystery, and renewal. Beneath its waves swim creatures that carry within them compounds capable of transforming human health in profound ways. Among these, fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids are some of the most powerful allies for a man's heart, brain, and, yes, his sexual health. These are not exotic, hard-to-find foods. They can be found in local markets, on dinner tables, and in the quiet rhythm of cultures that have thrived for centuries by making them a staple. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring, and trout all share a remarkable nutrient profile that supports not only overall well-being but specifically the very systems that keep a man's libido alive and his body ready for intimacy even into his later years. Omega-3s work in the body like skilled craftsmen repairing and maintaining an intricate, delicate structure. They reduce inflammation in blood vessels, allowing them to remain flexible and open, which directly improves circulation. And as I often tell my patients, good circulation is not just about keeping your hands and feet warm. It is about ensuring that blood can reach every part of your body, including the organs and tissues that are responsible for sexual function. Without strong, healthy blood flow, desire can exist in the mind, but the body will not be able to follow. This is one of the reasons why omega-3 rich fish can have such a noticeable impact on male sexual performance after 60. But the benefits go deeper than just improved blood flow. Omega-3s help regulate hormones, including testosterone, which naturally declines with age. Low testosterone can drain energy, weaken muscles, and reduce sexual desire, leaving men feeling older than their years. By supporting hormone balance, these healthy fats give the body the tools it needs to maintain a stronger libido and a more youthful drive. When paired with a balanced diet and regular physical activity, the effects can be truly transformative. For men over 60, there is also another important aspect: mental health. The mind plays a tremendous role in sexual function. Stress, anxiety, and depression are all known libido killers. Omega-3s nourish the brain, improve mood, and reduce anxiety by influencing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. When the mind is calm and focused, the body responds more readily to moments of intimacy, and desire flows more naturally. The beauty of this approach is that it does not rely on synthetic solutions or quick fixes. It is about giving the body what it needs to heal, adapt, and perform at its best. Each serving of omega-3 rich fish is like sending a wave of renewal through your system, improving your heart, your brain, your circulation, and your sexual health all at once. And while the changes may start subtly, over time they build, giving you more energy, a stronger body, and a desire that feels alive again. So as we begin this journey into understanding the deep connection between nutrition and male sexual health, remember that small choices, made consistently, can reshape your life. The fish you choose to eat is not just food. It is medicine from the ocean, a natural gift that supports the most intimate and vital parts of your life. When I first began practicing medicine, I noticed something fascinating among my older patients. Those who regularly included omega-3 rich fish in their diets seemed to have a different kind of vitality. They recovered faster from illness, had sharper mental focus, and often spoke about feeling more satisfied in their intimate lives. At first, I attributed this to their overall healthy lifestyles, but as I delved deeper into the science, the role of omega-3 fatty acids became undeniable. These compounds are more than just nutrients. They are active participants in the body's restoration and preservation of youth. Omega-3s are made up of EPA and DHA, two essential fatty acids that the human body cannot produce on its own. This means you must obtain them through your diet, and fish remain the most concentrated and efficient source. Once inside the body, they integrate into cell membranes, making them more fluid and responsive. For blood vessels, This means improved flexibility and reduced risk of blockages. For nerve cells, it means faster communication between the brain and the body, which is crucial for arousal and sexual response. One of the most overlooked connections is how omega-3s influence nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is a natural chemical that signals blood vessels to relax and widen, allowing for increased blood flow. This is exactly the mechanism that many prescription medications for erectile dysfunction aim to mimic, yet nature has been offering us this solution all along, wrapped in the flesh of a fish. By enhancing nitric oxide pathways, omega-3s help ensure that when the mind is willing, the body is ready. I have had patients who came to me feeling discouraged, convinced that their declining libido was simply an unavoidable part of aging. Yet, after making targeted changes to their diets, adding salmon twice a week, replacing processed meats with grilled mackerel or baked trout, they began to notice changes. Their energy during the day improved, their sleep became more restful, and when the right moments came, they felt more capable and responsive. This is not magic. It is biology working in harmony with the choices we make. The benefits extend beyond intimacy. A man with better circulation, balanced hormones, and a sharper mind also enjoys a higher quality of life in every other area. Walking upstairs becomes easier, the afternoon slump is less pronounced, and there is a renewed desire to engage with the world socially and physically. I always remind my patients that sexual health is not an isolated system. It is a reflection of the entire body's well-being. Even men who have long avoided seafood can start to integrate omega-3 rich fish into their lives without drastic changes. It might begin with one meal a week, experimenting with herbs and seasonings that make the experience enjoyable. Over time, the body adapts and the benefits compound. The key is consistency, not chasing instant results, but nurturing a process that steadily brings vitality back. Eating omega-3 rich fish is not about trying to turn back the clock. It is about supporting the body you have now, at this stage of life, so that it can perform, feel, and function at its best. Age brings wisdom, but it does not have to bring a decline in passion or capability. With the right choices, the years ahead can be full of both energy and desire. One of the most rewarding parts of my work is seeing a patient's perspective shift from resignation to hope. When a man understands that his body is not betraying him, but rather responding to years of habits, both good and bad, he begins to see that change is still possible. Omega-3 rich fish play a remarkable role in this transformation because they address some of the deepest causes of age-related decline, especially when it comes to sexual vitality. Inside the male body, testosterone production is influenced by many factors: diet, sleep, stress, physical activity, and overall health. After 60, natural testosterone levels drop, and for some men, this drop is steep enough to impact libido, energy, and muscle strength. Omega-3s support testosterone indirectly by reducing chronic inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, and optimizing the function of the pituitary gland, which helps regulate hormone production. When inflammation is high, the body is in a constant state of repair, using resources that should be available for regeneration and performance. Lowering that inflammation frees up the system to focus on building and maintaining vitality. I recall a gentleman in his late 60s who came to my clinic complaining of low energy and lack of interest in intimacy. He was otherwise healthy, but his diet was heavy in red meat, fried foods, and refined carbohydrates. We discussed the science behind omega-3s and decided on a practical plan: grilled salmon on Sundays, sardines with olive oil midweek, and a small portion of smoked trout for variety. Within 3 months, his blood tests showed reduced inflammatory markers. His cholesterol profile improved, and he told me his mornings felt different. There was more energy, more drive, and his relationship with his partner had a new spark. These changes are not limited to circulation and hormones. Omega-3s are essential for maintaining the structural integrity of cell membranes in the brain. This matters because sexual desire is born in the mind before it becomes a physical response. If mood is low or focus is clouded, desire struggles to surface. By nourishing the brain, omega-3s help stabilize mood, enhance memory, and support mental clarity. For many senior men, feeling mentally sharp reignites not only their confidence in daily life, but also in moments of intimacy. It's important to note that not all fish are created equal when it comes to omega-3 content. Cold water fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring are at the top of the list. These species store higher amounts of omega-3s because of their natural diet and the cold environments they thrive in. Choosing wild-caught over farmed fish can also make a difference, as wild varieties often have better nutrient profiles and fewer contaminants. Another element to consider is preparation. While fried fish might still contain omega-3s, the benefits can be diminished by unhealthy oils and high heat. Gentle cooking methods such as baking, steaming, or grilling preserve the integrity of these delicate fats while also keeping the meal light and heart-friendly. Combining fish with antioxidant-rich vegetables and healthy fats like olive oil not only enhances flavor, but also improves nutrient absorption, making every bite more effective for your health. When men embrace these small but intentional choices, they begin to notice a harmony between mind and body that they may not have felt in years. They walk taller, think clearer, and feel a renewed sense of connection to themselves and their partners. It is a reminder that while aging is inevitable, decline is not. By feeding your body what it truly needs, you can extend not just the years of your life, but the life in your years. In my consultations, I often explain that libido is not a simple switch that can be turned on and off. It is a delicate balance of physical health, emotional well-being, and mental stimulation. For men over 60, this balance can be influenced by years of lifestyle choices, underlying health conditions, and changes in hormone levels. Omega-3 rich fish address several of these factors at once, which is why their impact can feel so profound. One of the key mechanisms is the improvement of endothelial function. The endothelium is the thin layer of cells lining your blood vessels, responsible for controlling the dilation and constriction of arteries. As we age, this function can deteriorate, leading to stiffer vessels and reduced blood flow. For a strong and lasting erection, healthy endothelial function is essential, and omega-3s have been shown to protect and restore this delicate tissue. By reducing oxidative stress and improving the flexibility of blood vessels, these fatty acids make it easier for the body to deliver oxygen and nutrients where they are needed most. But circulation is only part of the equation. The psychological impact of feeling in control of your health cannot be underestimated. I've seen men who start making dietary changes for their heart health end up feeling more confident and engaged in every aspect of their lives, including intimacy. There is something deeply empowering about knowing you are actively nourishing your body instead of passively accepting decline. This mental shift often sparks better habits in other areas, more movement, better sleep, and reduced stress, each of which compounds the benefits of omega-3 intake. Let me share a moment from a patient who had been skeptical about dietary changes. He was a retired engineer, logical and numbers-driven, who told me on his first visit that he didn't believe food could have such a direct impact on libido. 6 months later, after consistently eating mackerel twice a week and incorporating sardines into his lunches, he walked into my office with a grin. He had lost weight, his energy was higher, and he admitted, somewhat shyly, that his intimate life had improved more than he expected. His skepticism had been replaced with enthusiasm, and he had even started teaching his friends how to prepare simple omega-3 rich meals. For men over 60, the benefits extend beyond the bedroom. Improved circulation means better heart health, which reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke, conditions that not only threaten life, but can drastically limit quality of life if they occur. Stronger heart function also means more stamina during physical activities, from walking to gardening to dancing with a partner. This is why I always stress that taking care of sexual health is in many ways taking care of overall health. The beauty of omega-3s is that their benefits accumulate quietly in the background. Week by week, month by month, they build a foundation for better performance, sharper thinking, and more vibrant energy. There is no sudden jolt, no quick fix, just a steady return to feeling like yourself again, perhaps even better than you remember. And here lies the truth. At this stage of life, passion is not about youth. It is about connection, confidence, and vitality. By nourishing your body with the right foods, you are not just extending your ability to perform, but enriching the moments you share with the people who matter most. When I guide my patients on adding omega-3 rich fish to their diet, I always emphasize that it should feel like an upgrade to their meals, not a sacrifice. The key is to make it delicious, varied, and aligned with their personal tastes so it becomes a habit they genuinely enjoy. Too often, people think of healthy eating as bland or restrictive, But the truth is that the right preparation can transform these fish into a highlight of the week. One of the simplest ways to start is by replacing one red meat lunch with a grilled or baked salmon fillet. Seasoned with lemon, garlic, and fresh herbs, the aroma alone can awaken the senses. Paired with colorful vegetables drizzled in extra virgin olive oil, it creates a meal that satisfies both the body and the mind. Another easy swap is to enjoy sardines on whole grain toast, topped with sliced tomatoes and a pinch of oregano. Quick to prepare, rich in nutrients, and full of flavor. For those who prefer something lighter, a fresh salad with mixed greens, walnuts, avocado, and smoked trout can deliver a nutrient-packed boost without feeling heavy. Variety is important, not only to avoid boredom, but to diversify the nutrient profile. Mackerel, herring, and anchovies are often overlooked, yet they are some of the richest sources of omega-3s. Incorporating them in different ways, grilled, marinated, or even blended into spreads, ensures you keep your meals exciting while giving your body the best possible fuel. I encourage my patients to treat these meals as more than just nutrition. Make them part of a ritual. Eat slowly, savor each bite, and share them with a partner or friend. The act of preparing and enjoying food together can strengthen bonds, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being, all of which indirectly contribute to a stronger libido. In fact, intimacy often begins at the dinner table, not in the bedroom. When you nourish each other with care and attention, you create the emotional connection that makes physical closeness even more rewarding. For those concerned about cost or availability, frozen options can still be an excellent choice as long as they are wild-caught and minimally processed. Canned sardines or salmon in water or olive oil are also practical and affordable, especially for men who live alone or prefer simple meal prep. What matters most is consistency. The benefits of omega-3s build over time, so regular inclusion in your diet is far more important than occasional indulgence. As the weeks go by, you may notice subtle changes. Less stiffness in your joints, better focus in your conversations, and a more steady energy throughout the day. In the bedroom, the difference often shows as more dependable performance, quicker arousal, and the endurance to enjoy moments fully without feeling fatigued. These are not just biological effects. They are reflections of a body and mind working in harmony. And when you think about it, isn't that what every man over 60 truly wants? Not just the ability to perform, but the confidence that his body will respond with strength and reliability when it matters most. By making omega-3-rich fish a regular part of your diet, you are investing in that confidence in your health and in the quality of your relationships. When we look deeper into the science of omega-3 fatty acids, we see just how closely they are tied to the hormonal balance that fuels a man's vitality. Testosterone, the primary male hormone, plays a crucial role in libido, energy, and overall physical performance. As men age, natural testosterone levels tend to decline, and while this is a normal part of aging, certain lifestyle and dietary choices can help slow this drop and even improve how effectively the body uses the testosterone it still produces. Omega-3s, particularly EPA and DHA, have been shown to improve the way cell membranes function. Think of cell membranes as the gateways that allow nutrients, hormones, and signals to pass into and out of cells. When these gateways are flexible and healthy, something omega-3s promote, hormones like testosterone can bind more effectively to their receptors. This means your body can make better use of the testosterone you already have, allowing it to exert a stronger influence on libido, muscle strength, and mental drive. Beyond hormone efficiency, omega-3s also play a role in reducing inflammation, and inflammation is one of the silent enemies of male sexual health. Chronic inflammation can damage blood vessels, disrupt hormone production, and sap your energy without you even realizing it. By incorporating omega-3-rich fish into your diet, you're not just adding nutrients, you're actively calming down this underlying inflammation, creating an environment where your body can function at its best. Another fascinating link is between omega-3 intake and dopamine production. Dopamine is often called the motivation molecule, and it plays a role not only in mood but also in sexual desire. When your dopamine levels are balanced, you're more likely to feel that spark, the mental and emotional readiness that makes intimacy enjoyable. Omega-3s support the brain's ability to produce and regulate dopamine, meaning they can enhance desire on both a physical and psychological level. I recall a patient in his early 60s who had been feeling not just physically tired, but emotionally flat. His lab results showed borderline low testosterone and high markers of inflammation. Instead of jumping straight into medication, we worked on his diet, adding 2 servings of omega-3 rich fish per week and reducing processed foods. Within 3 months, he reported not only more energy in the bedroom, but also a renewed interest in hobbies and a more optimistic outlook on life. His blood tests confirmed what he felt: lower inflammation, healthier hormone levels, and improved cholesterol. This is why I tell my patients that improving libido after 60 is rarely about one single factor. It is about creating the right conditions: strong circulation, healthy hormone signaling, reduced inflammation, and an engaged mind. Omega-3s are one of those rare nutrients that touch all of these areas at once, making them incredibly powerful for any man who wants to keep living with passion and vitality well into his later years. The goal is not to chase the energy of your 20s. It's to embrace the strength, stability, and confidence of your 60s and beyond. When your hormones are supported, your blood vessels are open and responsive, and your mind feels engaged, you carry yourself differently. You walk taller, you speak with more certainty, and when the moment for intimacy arrives, you're ready not just in body, but in spirit. One of the most overlooked aspects of male sexual vitality is mental sharpness. We often separate the mind from the body when we think about libido, but in truth, the two are deeply connected. Your brain is the command center for desire. It processes attraction, creates anticipation, and sends the signals that set everything in motion physically. If your mental clarity is dulled, if focus is lost or energy is scattered, even the healthiest body will struggle to perform at its peak. This is where omega-3 fatty acids again play a remarkable role. The brain is composed of nearly 60% fat, and a significant portion of that is DHA, the same type of omega-3 found abundantly in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. DHA is essential for maintaining the flexibility of brain cell membranes, allowing them to communicate quickly and efficiently. When neurons are firing well, you think faster, remember more vividly, and stay engaged in the present moment, all of which are essential for sexual desire and satisfaction. In my consultations, I've seen many men in their 60s and 70s who report that after increasing their intake of omega-3 rich fish, they notice not only physical benefits, but also mental ones. They feel more alert during conversations, more connected with their partners, and more inclined to initiate intimacy. This is because sexual attraction is often sparked by mental engagement, a witty remark, a shared laugh, or a meaningful conversation. When your mind is sharp, these moments happen more naturally, and desire flows more freely. There's also a powerful link between stress management and libido, and omega-3s help here too. High stress can raise cortisol levels, which in turn suppresses testosterone production and can dampen sexual desire. Omega-3s support the brain in regulating stress responses, making it easier to remain calm and resilient in challenging situations. This calmer state allows your body to keep its hormonal balance intact and your libido strong, even during busy or demanding periods of life. I often advise my patients to think of mental and sexual vitality as partners in the same dance. If your brain feels alive, inspired, and in control, your body will naturally follow its lead. Eating omega-3 rich fish is like oiling the gears of this system, ensuring smooth communication between mind and body. Whether it's remembering the right words at the right moment, feeling confident in your ideas, or being able to focus entirely on your partner during intimacy, these small mental victories add up to a much stronger and more fulfilling sexual connection. And the beauty of it is that these improvements in mental clarity extend beyond the bedroom. You'll find yourself more motivated to pursue hobbies, more engaged in social activities, and more able to enjoy the richness of life's daily experiences. This fuller, more present way of living doesn't just make you a better partner, it makes you a better version of yourself. When I see men rediscovering their enthusiasm for life, I know they've tapped into something powerful. It's not just about preventing decline, it's about actively building the foundation for a vibrant, connected, and confident future. And in that sense, adding omega-3 rich fish to your diet isn't just a nutritional choice. It's a declaration that your best years are still ahead. If there is one element that directly determines whether your body can respond when intimacy calls, it is blood flow. Every sensation, every moment of physical readiness begins with the ability of your blood vessels to open wide and deliver oxygen-rich blood to the areas that need it most. For men over 60, maintaining healthy circulation is not just important, It's essential for preserving libido and performance. Omega-3 fatty acids are among the most powerful natural allies for your blood vessels. They work on multiple levels to ensure your cardiovascular system stays in top form. First, they reduce triglycerides, which are fats in the blood that, in excess, can clog and stiffen arteries. By lowering these levels, omega-3s help keep the pathways clear for smooth, unrestricted blood flow. Second, they improve the flexibility of the arterial walls. Think of your arteries as living tubes. When they are stiff, it takes much more effort for your heart to push blood through them. Omega-3s help keep these walls supple, so blood can move quickly and efficiently, even during moments of physical demand. This improved flexibility also helps maintain steady blood pressure, reducing the strain on your heart and preventing the microvascular damage that can affect sexual performance. There is also a profound anti-inflammatory effect at play. Inflammation inside the blood vessels can cause tiny injuries that the body tries to patch up with cholesterol and other substances, eventually narrowing the arteries. Omega-3s calm this inflammation, protecting the delicate lining of your blood vessels, known as the endothelium, and allowing it to release nitric oxide more effectively. Nitric oxide is the very molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and expand, creating the conditions necessary for a strong, sustained erection. I once had a patient, a man of 64, who came to me frustrated by his inconsistent performance. His heart health was fair, but his blood tests revealed high triglycerides and markers of inflammation. We made targeted changes to his diet, adding 2 servings of omega-3 rich fish per week, along with gentle cardiovascular exercise. Within a few months, not only did his lab numbers improve, but he also reported more reliable responses in intimate moments. His confidence returned, and with it, a renewed connection with his partner. Circulation is the lifeline of male sexual health, and when you protect it, you protect far more than just your ability to perform. You safeguard your brain, your muscles, and every organ that depends on oxygen and nutrients to function. In this way, omega-3s become more than just a dietary choice. They are an investment in your body's most vital systems. And here's something important to remember. Improving circulation is not just about what you eat, but also about the message it sends to your body. When you consistently nourish yourself with foods that protect your arteries and calm inflammation, you're telling your body that it is worth maintaining, worth strengthening, and worth preserving for many years to come. That mindset alone changes the way you move through life, making you more present, more confident, and more open to the pleasures that come your way. When we talk about libido, we often focus on the physical mechanics, hormones, blood flow, energy, but the emotional landscape is just as critical. For many men over 60, the most profound improvements in their intimate life come not only from the body becoming healthier, but from the mind and heart aligning in deeper connection with their partner. And this is another area where omega-3 rich fish can make a meaningful difference. Omega-3 fatty acids play a role in the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood, motivation, and feelings of pleasure. A balanced mood creates the emotional space for desire to grow, free from the heavy weight of anxiety, irritability, or lingering stress. When you feel calm yet energized, affectionate yet focused, you naturally create moments of closeness that build intimacy long before the bedroom. In my practice, I have seen couples rediscover each other after making small but consistent changes to their lifestyle. One man, age 68, told me that since adding more omega-3 fish to his diet, he not only felt more physically capable, but also more inclined to laugh, talk, and share with his wife. Their conversations became richer, their time together more relaxed, and intimacy began to feel less like a planned event and more like a natural extension of their connection. That shift in emotional closeness often reignites desire in ways that physical changes alone cannot. Strong emotional bonds are also built on trust and reliability, and when you feel healthier, you bring more of yourself to the relationship. You're able to plan trips, enjoy hobbies together, and face life's challenges side by side. This shared sense of vitality keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting, qualities that feed directly into libido at any age. And let's not forget that your partner senses your energy. When you walk into a room with confidence, when you approach them with genuine warmth and presence, it sends a silent but powerful message that you're here, you're engaged, and you're still deeply connected. Omega-3s, by supporting both your physical performance and your emotional well-being, help make that message authentic. The truth is, vitality in the later years is never just about avoiding decline. It's about embracing life in all its richness. It's about seeing every day as an opportunity to connect, to enjoy, to love fully. The foods you choose, the care you take of your body, and the effort you put into your relationships all combine to create an environment where libido doesn't fade with age. It evolves, deepens, and becomes more meaningful. When your body feels capable, your mind feels clear, and your heart feels open, intimacy becomes not only possible, but deeply fulfilling. That is the real gift of taking care of yourself, and why something as simple as regularly including omega-3 rich fish in your meals can have such a transformative impact on both your health and your relationships. If there is one truth I want you to carry from this moment forward, it is that your age does not define your vitality. At over 60, you have within you the capacity to experience strength, energy, and desire that are not remnants of the past, but living forces in the present. Your body, when given the right care, still responds, and often with surprising generosity. Adding omega-3 rich fish to your diet is not simply about eating healthy. It is a deliberate choice to feed your body the tools it needs to maintain healthy blood flow, balanced hormones, a sharp mind, and an open heart. It's about deciding each day that you deserve to feel alive, capable, and deeply connected, both to yourself and to those you love. Think of this as a promise to your future self. Every serving of salmon, sardines, mackerel, or trout is an investment in moments you haven't yet lived, in the laughter you'll share, the adventures you'll take, and the quiet evenings of closeness that will mean more than any material possession. These are the treasures of a life well lived, and they are built one choice at a time. I have seen too many men believe that passion and vitality are meant to fade with age. But I have also seen the light return to their eyes, the energy return to their stride, and the spark return to their relationships once they commit to caring for themselves in ways that truly matter. Nutrition is one of those ways, and omega-3s are a key ally in that journey. So start today. Visit your local market. Choose fresh or high-quality frozen fish, and make them part of your weekly rhythm. Pair them with vegetables, whole grains, and the kind of movement that makes your heart beat stronger. And do it not just for your body, but for the man you still are, vibrant, capable, and worthy of a life filled with pleasure and purpose. Your health, your energy, your desire, they are not gone. They are waiting for you to choose them again. And when you do, you will discover that age has given you not less, but more. More wisdom, more depth, and a more profound appreciation for every moment you're blessed to live. That, my friend, is what true vitality after 60 looks like.